Hey everyone, I'm Tithonis, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So, end of the last episode, we completed Keeper of the Lakes. You won't see it, but Mom and I ran it again later with Jeremy and Ashley, and obviously myself. So we just ran it a second time. But yeah, we completed that. So now we're gonna talk to the Doman over here and continue on and see what we have. So let's hop into it. Doman Watch. Oh yes, I got the Midgard Somer as a little minion here, and he's resting on my shoulder now. It's pretty cool. I like it.
He's pretty cute.
Yeah, but he's devious.
He's up to something.
Okay, return to the Rising Stone at once.
Alright, I'll teleport.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna fly.
I'm just gonna teleport.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna fly back. No. Speed. Yeah, so some things happened in the last episode. I'm not quite sure what to make of everything, but I think we'll find out some more here in Revenant's Toll.
What you doing?
Rising Stones. Here we go.
That is if we tell the truth.
That is if we tell the truth.
Yeah.
And say that Heidelin, whatever happened with Heidelin, I don't know for sure what's going on with that whole situation, but the blessing has been removed according to Midgard Solmer. Anyways. But we'll see what happens here in this. I have to remove. Alright, let's talk to Alfie here. What's Alfie have to say? Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. Came as soon as Minfilio informed me of Sir Amric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Okay. I feel like this is going to be dialogued, right?
I don't know.
Nope. You converse with Midgard Sormer, I swear. Were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? I mean, seems like it. Less a resurrection, more of a rejuvenation of who he dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We shall share this information with Sir Amric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Sormer in its entirety. To acknowledge even that you heard the voice of a Dravonian is grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relation with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Okay. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Amric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something else you're not telling us, Tithonis? You seem different. Somehow. 'Tis almost if you were missing something. Something important. Oh. 12 Forfen. Midgard Sormer stripped you of your blessing. Ah! I did tell her what was happening.
You did. Yeah.
Stripped of your blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? Different. But alright. I see. It is a relief to hear you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Sormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so did the great worm. Althlic and Nemea, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgard Sormer ever watched over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was a covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. So we kind of seemingly replace Heidelin, at least to an extent, with Midgard Sormer. Oh, there he's back.
Well,
Art thou a pawn, or a master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal?
Maybe this isn't what we don't tell them. That he yet talks to us.
Right, that he's still, like, in communication with us or whatever. That's what it seems like. It almost seems like we've replaced Heidelin for now, in some regards, with Midgardstormer, which I'm not...
My
I
friend,
mean,
I can scarce believe it.
dialogue.
You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Actually speaking.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other.
Fair enough.
The Dravanians are coming.
Oh, they are.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Okay. I feel like my arm really looks better now. Feels way better now.
Countless assaults weathered,
Okay.
and this will be no different?
Why
am I not convinced?
I don't know, Alfie. Why are you not convinced? Can I talk to Alfie again? The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries. Nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet, regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgardstormer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such a time as they chose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Okay. Alright. So, what do I make of that? Did you talk to Alfie already? Okay.
I started, yeah.
Ether on demand. Alphanaut has a message from Brita for the Ascians. Okay. I forget, I believe Brita has requested a gathering of the Ascians. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communication with the Crystal Braves. Back down. Nope, not back down here. Moonbreeda's here. Moonbreeda? Moonbreeda? Is it Moonbreeda? I don't remember.
Moonbreeda.
Okay, so it was Moonbreeda,
Right.
Moonbreeda, or Brida, or something like that. All done with your talk of dragons. Wonderful, because the Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the Solar, shall we? Okay.
I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
Same. I don't know what, but I do feel like there's a bad thing about to happen. Something's like, things are going well, so now something bad's about to happen. Well, I guess to an extent, something bad already did happen with Heidelin.
Yeah,
You know, that was a bad thing, if you look at it objectively.
right. Did you
Now
talk
that
to her?
everything's calmed
Yeah,
down a bit,
I'm in a
relatively
cutscene.
speaking, I mean,
Okay.
I thought
Me
it
too.
might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon.
Progress on the weapon,
I believe
okay.
we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Breakthrough? Okay.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Yeah, tell us what this weapon's about.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host
Correct.
is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Right. The Ascian's soul goes to the void. Correct.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey.
Sure.
And if
Stopping
you
it.
recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which
Okay.
left the small matter of their extermination.
Right, because it's still contained, so you can't destroy it if it's still contained.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of.
Right.
As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether.
Yeah, it would.
Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long
He's
periods?
kind of rude.
Being intangible matter,
yeah.
ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
Right.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
Okay.
And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Okay.
I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
Okay.
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether.
Fair enough.
Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
Yeah, she's got like a wand thing, yeah.
May I suggest northern Thanalan?
Oh.
There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Oh.
During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant.
Interesting.
Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go.
Okay.
Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Ascians will next appear.
True.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alfino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangrid and Papalimo shall accompany you.
Papalimo.
Limo.
I love Papalimo's name. It's one of my favorites. Papalimo.
Ida and Yastola. In the
Ida.
meantime, I would have you assist Moonbreeder.
Stola.
Scout out the
Moonbreeder.
crystal clusters, that the
Moonbreeder.
testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been
Moonbreeder.
eliminated.
Okay.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.
Done?
They just said go well and be safe.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Okay,
Speak
speak of...
to Alfie.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to Alfie outside. That's what he has to say here. What's Alfie have to say? It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The 4th have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilrid will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Cutscene? Question mark? Oh. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? They do? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Flahamin travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are bestest on the sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations. Imperial machinations threatened by primals, troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a unified front, or we shall fall. This is true. This is true. How extraordinary that my little Ascilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as her mother, but as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections. But I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, my lady.
Oh my gosh.
Boulder's ready for action. Aha. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? We fought Boulder
Raw.
at one point.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Actually, Battle Santa fought him. Kicked his butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Speak with Willard at the
Okay.
Cerulean Processing Plant. I think I'm going to at least go there.
Okay.
It's like getting late. Okay. Cerulean Processing Plant. Thanalan, that's Northern Thanalan. Yeah, that's right. Alright, we'll go here. I'll stop before I talk, because that'll give me like 2 episodes. He's hiding behind the building. You
Where
at?
he's at?
Woodward's behind the building.
He's behind it?
Yeah, down the ground.
That's stupid. Why is he back there?
I don't know, but he is.
'Cause he's a bad guy. Oh no.
I don't think he's a bad guy. Okay. Oh, that's a cool background. I'm gonna do it right here. Oops. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you could. Helps the channel out. Hit that bell to be notified of new episodes. Share this content with friends and family, anyone you think might enjoy this. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.